Okay. Well, welcome everyone. Sorry we're off to a rocky start. Does 8 o'clock seem to work better for everybody? As far as, better than 7:30? Okay, 8 o'clock's fine with me if we're all, okay, let's just keep it at 8 o'clock then. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the goal tracker. Does everybody, I know everybody turned them in, that's awesome. Does anybody have like any questions about it when they were filling it out? Does everybody understand it? So did anybody change their numbers once they saw the new promo? Hi, Taylor. You're not going for executive yet? You guys can, I was gonna say, if you want, you can unmute too if you.
I love the new promo. I mean, that's a huge, huge jump for promotions. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. So
No, me either. I'm like totally blown away by it. So, yeah, I didn't know if that changed anybody's goals when they saw that, or if they're sticking with what they had originally submitted.
I guess for me, I mean, director feels like a far way off, and that's the next. It's a big jump between senior and director. So
it is. But obviously it can be done. I don't know how many of you guys saw Nicole's video, but that girl, she hustled. She pretty much got to director by herself. Her team, her downline, she had over 7,000 and they had like 3,000. So, yeah, it can be done, but she hustled a lot. But, so yeah, does anybody have any questions on what they need to hit their next goal? Does everybody understand that pretty well? Okay. I know there was Rachel Rachel posted a question in the team page today about the commissionable volume versus the qualifying volume versus the personal volume. I know it can get a little confusing. So if you're looking at your home screen, your personal volume is the qualifying volume. That is what they're going to use for your commission, for your website fee, for the $1,000 override. The qualifying volume is pretty much equal to retail. So that's what you've sold, and they're gonna count that. Commissionable volume is 75% of that retail volume. So if you bought anything in your back office at a discount using your rep discount, then that's not going to show up in the commissional volume. So there might be a difference in there if you're using your rep discount, or if you're using, like if, say you had somebody sign up with their starter kit or something like that. That's the reason it might be a little bit different, but most of the time they're gonna be the same if you're not using your rep discount in the back office. So welcome to you guys that are just joining from Lindy's team. I'm sorry about that mix up with the link. We're just kind of starting off with our goal tracker, and we were talking a little bit about that, and then just understanding the CV and the QV and what all that means. So, but I know I posted that video in our little mentorship about rank advancing. I was going to just share the screen again, and just there was a little bit of a question. Well, now where's it at? Okay, so the only thing that doesn't reset every month is going to be the lifetime personal volume. That is going to just keep accumulating. But every month, the personal volume, obviously your first level, that's your personally sponsored reps, and then the group volume is going to reset every month. So when you're looking at your goals, just keep that in mind. So if does anybody have any questions about that part of it? I'll have to stop sharing my screen, but you can speak up if you have any questions. Nobody? Okay. All right, so let's just kind of start. We're going to talk about we're going to talk about how to effectively use social media for your business. We're going to start off with that. But before we do that, does anybody want to share one thing that went really well this week for their business since we saw each other last, or anything that was challenging for your business? Anybody? No, nobody wants to share. Hi, Julie.
I will. I'll share real quick.
Awesome.
Oh, sorry.
Nope.
I just walked in. I was walking my dogs out. I'm like, it's hot here in Texas, so it's really hot. I do have a meeting with somebody this week. So someone I've been reaching out to, and she bought some stuff from me, and she's asked me about the business. So we're going to talk on Thursday. So
awesome.
Good. Kind of moving forward. Baby steps, but we're getting there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. Anybody else?
I had a couple people on my list that said, like, let's talk once the kids get back to school, you know, and this week I got a yes for a party, but I got that a lot from my people of let's just talk. And I get it because I said that with a lot of things too. But I noticed like this week, now that Labor Day is over, the messages I sent today, one of them was a yes right away. And so I'm looking forward to sending some more later this week. Because I think the tide has turned now. Everybody's back to school. The long weekend's over. So
yes, you will definitely start seeing some changes. And after Summit, it just like really happened. So yeah, it's exciting.
Mine was more for a team member of mine. So when she joined, she was kind of hesitant, thinking that no one was going to buy anything from her or that she wasn't going to be successful like hosting parties. And she texted me today, and she has all 4 parties booked for the month, which was her goal. And then she had a pretty big order come through with just like an individual who she had taken clothes over to their house. So that made me happy because I've been cheering her on and I knew that she could do it. So that was
yes.
good.
And getting those early wins like that will just keep her motivated and want her to keep going. It's definitely awesome for her to, you know, her self-esteem and getting this business going. So that's great.
Yep.
Anybody else? Rachel, I know I don't know any of you were on with Nicole's, but there was something that Nicole mentioned that I'm going to start doing that actually Rachel just sent me today. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you're doing, Rachel, as far as the thank yous and?
Oh yeah, I was looking at, I wanted to create business cards. So I was looking at the Sister Lee creation business cards, and I wanted something that was a little bit more unique. So I did my business cards through Moo, and I can show you, I have them. I made my little nook in the kitchen as my desk. I don't know if you can see these. Moo has really cool square ones. So I personalized that, and then I put one of my Instagram pictures on the back. So it's kind of neat. And then I just put together this little, I'm going to send a thank you note with my business card. And then one thing that I did love that Sister Lee Creations has is these little thank you flyers. Thank you for your purchase and supporting my small business, and then my information. And you can send her a picture of yourself to customize it. And then on the back, it talks about the mission of Zaya and also provides care instructions. So I'm just going to put those 2 pieces in my little thank you note. So
yes,
yeah, I sent Monica a little picture because I liked how, and then with the Moo, because you can coordinate colors. I also made like little return address stickers, and then like a little sticker for the back, just so everything is kind of like a real cohesive package when it gets sent to them. Just starting off, I want to do the Nordstrom service, you know, and kind of put off the right foot with these first time customers. So
that is a great idea. I've never done it before. I've always said I was going to do it. But I do love how everything looks cute and coordinates. And then I love how they have the, I guess I haven't been on, I originally got my business cards when I first started from Sister Lee Creations, but I actually haven't been back on there to look to see what they have. Back then it was just like a business card. But I do love how they have the care instructions and the little mission statement. Those are really, really cute. So I definitely
customize it with your website and stuff. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah, so I think I will definitely do that too. I think that, customer service is huge, you guys. The people that have continued to buy through me, I feel like a lot of times with returns or like, just like, I don't know, like there's one lady that she drives me crazy, but she buys a lot. And so I put a little extra in there for her. I'm always like, it's no big deal. I'll exchange that for you. And I'll pay for her shipping or her return, or I'll pay for her shipping or whatever it is. But I think just going that extra mile, I mean, she's always thanking me for my customer service. Oh, you're so, thank you so much. And I think it really does go far. And just that little note in the mail, I mean, I would love to get that from somebody. And like Nicole said in her video, you don't get that very often from direct sales people. So I think, and you don't need to go as elaborate as Rachel or whatever. I mean, you can get on Vistaprint. You can get them pretty cheap on Vistaprint too, and just kind of make your own. So definitely, customer service is huge. So, all right. Anybody else want to share any wins this week? Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about social media this week. And then when I get done with this, I don't know if any of you saw Sarah Anderson, who is a couple above me in my upline. She did a video kind of talking about branding and social media and stuff. And I found it really helpful. So I will post that in our little chat. And then for those of you that are on Lindy's team, I will send that over there too, so Lindy can post it. But so obviously a million different ways to share our business on social media. Instagram being a huge one. I mean, stories are where it's at. I keep referring to Rachel, but I love Rachel's stories. They make me laugh. She's so outgoing in them. I'm always like, gosh, I wish I had a little bit of that in me. But it keeps me going back and watching them. So, I mean, I feel like I'm so boring on my stories. I mean, I'm like, outfit of the day, which I think it's another thing is consistency. Like if you're doing it every day, people are going to, get on to see what you're wearing. So even though mine might not be as exciting as Rachel's with her singing and dancing and, people.
I'm not that fun in person.
But it's like people are getting on to see what I'm wearing every day. I share some food tips. I'm not that exciting, but I'm consistent usually, except for these 2 days, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. You will not see me on it very much because it's like my 10-hour days at work. So, but stories are where it's at. As far as like posting on Instagram, try to keep your pictures and everything kind of looking the same. I try to not do any selfies on Instagram. Like I do obviously on my stories, but like when I'm posting on my Instagram, I try to keep it a little cleaner, try not to do any, selfies, and try to stick with my brand. And if you're not sure about your brand yet, that video that I'm going to share, Sarah goes into depth about, 5 things that, are you, and that's, kind of what you should share about consistently and stuff. So she'll go into that. So I'm not going to get too far into that, but, your VIP groups are huge. If you don't have one yet, what I would recommend is just if you have parties going on, to always post the link in the end of the party. Say if you'd like to continue to receive, the new releases and some deals that I'm running, just follow me in this group and and post the link in the group. Because I'm going to start, my VIP groups have done fine. That's where I usually sell most of my stuff is Wednesdays when I post, and not really Wednesdays when I post it, unless it's something fantastic. It's usually once I receive my new releases that I put them on in my group and share them is when usually I get the sales. But maybe doing some challenges, kind of like what we're doing on our team page, the burpees, the sit-ups, just make it more interactive. I'm going to try that and see if that helps with the engagement in there. I mean, it's doing okay, but I just, thought maybe that would help. I'm
doing that now in mine, and
yes.
So far people have been really receptive.
Awesome. So, what are you doing? What are you
I'm kind of just following along our calendar and just kind of changing it up a little bit. So I did do the burpees in mine, and I had lots of people comment and say, like, basically I'm telling them to either comment or post a picture or something like that. And then today, I had them share like an uplifting message to somebody important or special to them. So I'm kind of just going along the calendar that you guys sent us.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great idea. That's fun. And then also, you know, sometimes I'll be like, hey, if you post a selfie of yourself in one of the Zaya outfits, I'll give you 10% off, or, you know, just trying to keep it very interactive. Let's see. And then if you're sharing, you know, as far as the parties, I know we kind of talked about this in the booking blitz, but if you're trying to get those parties booked, use those pictures of what your hostess got for, you know, whatever. It was $400 and the hostess got it for $136. I think those are and make the collage pretty and appealing to the eye. But I think those are really helpful instead of just like hopping on and saying, hey, I have, you know, 3 spots open, but have a really cute picture of you, you know, instead of just putting a stock photo or something up there with it, or a collage of our, you know, whatever, stock photos. But selfies, I don't like them. I just feel like I'm horrible at them. But if you're going to take a selfie, make sure your lighting is good and make sure like that you can see your outfit that you're talking about. I guess if you turn your phone upside down and hold it like up here, you get more of your body. That's something I just learned from Erin Phillips, who's on our team, who's always taking selfies, and she looks like $1 million in them. So yeah, you flip it over and do it that way. So I have not really posted a picture of myself doing that yet, but
something
and, you know, go ahead.
Something too with not just with selfies, but like especially on Instagram, making sure they're not like dark. I use the Lightroom app. You guys, I know absolutely nothing about Adobe or Lightroom or any of those products, but I use the app to edit my photos. And I think it's a Beachbody coach that I follow, but she made pre-made presets that cost me all of like $8. And so I upload my photo. I pick between 3 different options of like bright and light or bright and warm and save it. And the difference, I thought my pictures were decent before, and then they're all edited, but they don't necessarily look edited. They just clear them up a lot. So the Lightroom app is free, and then I paid, and I can send the link. I think it's through Etsy, but it's super simple, and it cost me $8 for those presets. $8 I think is being generous, but they've been amazing and my photos are subpar at best, but the lighting in them just makes them look so much better. Because it's all about, people need, I think I read somewhere like 5 to 8 seconds scrolling through your Instagram feed to know if they're going to follow you or not. So it's all about like the quality of like the way your photos look. So
yes, I had done an Instagram training too, and they were talking about try to make all your pictures, like use the same filter on all your pictures, just so when you look at, you know, those 9 pictures, they all look the same and they all have the same, you know, the same filters on them. So thank you for sharing. So you got it through Etsy? What did you
so the girl's name is Amy Bailey, or Amy Rada, if any of you are familiar with Beachbody, but she has the presets linked on her Instagram. And I think it goes through Etsy. I purchased them through Etsy, but it was like $8, and then you just automatically, she gives you a whole instruction sheet.
Okay.
How to like upload them, and they're wonderful. She used to be a photographer, so she does that on the side. So she has all of these like pre-done things, so you don't have to worry about the contrast and the brightness. And it just,
that'd be awesome.
It's like literally one click of a button, like the filters Instagram already has, just a little bit. They're just better.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind posting the link in this thread, that would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yes, making them look good. And then try not use stock photos. I know on Wednesdays we have no choice, because that's just those, when we want to post the new releases, that's what we have to do. But I mean, post the new releases, that's fine. But then the rest of the time, just really, really try to take pictures of yourself in it, or, you know, a friend in it, or if you don't feel comfortable taking a picture of yourself in it, you know, ask another rep or use another rep's picture or whatever. But it's just, we want a different We want a different look. We don't all want to look the same. So that's all part of the branding. So let's see. Anybody have anything that they want to add to that? What's working for them, or what they do, or anything like that? Lightroom. Oh, thank you.
I have something random. I just took, I know I was a Beachbody coach, and I know a lot of people use the Linktree link in their, on their Instagram.
Yes.
And I was like, what can I include there as a rep? So I took a shot in the dark, and I include my link to my website, a link to my VIP page. What else? I can't think what there's another link to something. I can't think off the top of my head what it is. And then a link to a Google form. And I remember as a coach, I always had a link up to, sign an application to sign up for my team, or, so we can talk. So I created an application for be a host or join my team. And the application just goes, how many days a week do you wear activewear? Are you looking to save some money on activewear? Are you looking to get it for free? Are you looking to build a business? And so then people, choose whatever. Shot in the dark. I haven't announced it or anything to it. And I actually had a girl sign up a couple of days ago. She's a Stitch Fix stylist, and she resigned from Stitch Fix and wants to now do Zaya. I guess she's been following Natalie Swenson for months, so she's been familiar with Zaya, but she didn't want to be a part of that big of a team. She really wanted to, and she wanted to feel more connected to her sponsor, which she did through my posts and everything. And she just found, when she found my application, it was like, this is the right time. This was the sign I needed to do it. And we connected, and she's on board. She's launching tomorrow. So I've never announced that I had an application there, but I have the Linktree, and it's one of the links in there. And I was like, let's see if anybody's filled it out. And it said she was a Stitch Fix stylist. And I was like, oh my God. So that's another way. I need to advertise it a little bit more, but I think that's something that a lot more reps could probably take advantage of. I know I see a lot more, executives and other high up levels, whatever you guys are. I don't know what you're all called yet. But I see other people have some link trees. So I figure let's give this a shot. So you're welcome to, my Instagram's really easy to find. So if you guys want to see what I have on there, but I thought that was pretty cool. So
yeah, I have a link tree, but I have my website. And I think and I did a cookbook with Katie, and so I had the link to the cookbook, but that's a good idea to put the Google Forms, and if they want more info, and yeah, and even the VIP group, that's a really good one that I didn't think of. So
Rachel, it wasn't your direct join link, it was a Google form, so you got more information?
Yeah, I created a Google form. Yeah, I try not, the only direct link is my shopping link. I try and I didn't want to create a link for just go to the host page, go to the join page, because I know in my Beachbody business, I really tried hard to kind of go away from what everyone else was doing and really create my own brand with it. This is me, and I'm an affiliate with Zaya, but that does not define who I am. So I figured creating the Google form was a way to figure out if people connected with me and where they fit in. So they weren't just going to join or host. I was able to identify them. You wear activewear 7 days a week and you want free stuff. Okay, you're going to be a rep. So you can see what questions I asked there. And on that same note, I think I posted this in the team page, but I also did this in my VIP group where I took a poll and I said, when you're looking at the website, do you like it? Do you love it, or do you want it all? And I think I saw this in a graphic somewhere. And so I actually did it as a poll. And from there, I took the ones who said, I love it. I messaged them and said, hey, do you want to host? And then the ones who said, I want it all, those were my rep prospects. Nobody signed up or decided to host from any of those, but it's just good knowledge too, to kind of who to keep an eye on. So.
Yes. Awesome. Anybody else?
Random, just quick question.
Yes.
Does anybody anybody get emails like from customer service to do follow-ups with people?
Yep.
And why are they all bots? Like, why are they all?
Mine actually ended up being a rep. I messaged someone and she was like, I'm already a rep. I don't know how you got my email. And so I messaged Katie about it and she said she really doesn't pay attention to those.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure if it wasn't just like me, because this girl was like, had like a local address. And I was like, well, maybe she found me from the Finder. And it was like, yeah, Serena told me about this opportunity, acting like Serena and I are like BFFs. And I was like, hello, like, can you refresh me? Because I'm bad with names, but I don't know a Serena. And I didn't hear from her, but that's like the third or fourth email that I've gotten from customer service, and they've just been like bad leads basically, or like robots. And I didn't know if anybody else was having those issues.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I just got one the other day, but it was they sent me something saying that this girl wanted to do a collaboration. But after looking into her, she had sent Zaya this whole paragraph about how many followers she had and what she was doing and everything like that. But then once I went to her Instagram, I was like, no, I don't, she's not all that what she says she is. So I didn't do anything with that. But Zaya used to send us pretty good leads, people that contacted them saying they wanted to learn more about the business. And I've gotten several reps that way, but I have not gotten one of those in a long time. I think people, now that Zaya is out and about, there's usually a rep that they can contact or that they know. But some of those are something and some of those aren't, so it's hard to, to say.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions? All right. Well, we are almost at a half hour here. I think we started a little bit late, but so I'm going to post that video that Sarah did. And then for the homework, I want you to pick like 5 things that when she talks about in the video, as far as your branding, who are you? Like I've kind of taken on, I'm a clean eater, so I like to post like clean recipes. I'm a shopaholic. I love my shoes. I love to style Zaya, dress up my Zaya. And I have an Henri Husky because now my girls are gone. So now that's my baby. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And so every time I post, I'm always thinking, is this related to that in some way? So Sarah, when you watch the video, Sarah will go into that a little bit more, but I want you to start thinking of that so you can start branding yourself a little bit more on your posts. And honestly, when you do that, it just makes it easier. Like I'm horrible at posting. I do not like posting. After all of this time being a Beachbody coach and being with Zaya for almost 2 years, I still hate hitting that post. Like I just hate it. So I went through, and for the first 2 weeks of September, I used our little calendar that Katie and I had come up with, and then I had posted my personal, like my brand that I was going to post daily. So I kept myself accountable because I could go a week without posting. I know that's not good. So I'm just trying to like follow that calendar. And if you don't like it as much as I do, then I think if you write it down and you know what you're going to post every day, it definitely makes it a little bit easier. So, but that's all about just figuring out just 5 things that just make you who you are, and different from, Taylor and Julie, and just so what, our storefronts. So our storefronts are not the same. Even though we're all selling Zaya, we're all different, and it'll just make it more interesting. So, all right, if nobody has any more questions, I will let you go tonight. We'll do this again next Tuesday. Lindy's team will be back with her, but we'll stick with that 8 o'clock time for my group. And then if you have any questions about the video, you can post them below. But then just as your homework, like I said, those 5 branding things that you're gonna go with and you're gonna stay consistent with. So, All right, guys. Well, I'll see some of you at Summit, and otherwise we will chat next week. All right, guys. Night.